I take the digital balance. I think the connection is... Yes, we are connected. Start the broadcast now.
Coyote walk the edge of a lake that does not behave like other water. The lake is older than the mountains that rise above it. It is so alkaline that fish cannot live in it. Yet it feeds millions of birds. And rising from its shallows are towers of stone that grew underwater and now stand in open air. Coyote belongs to this ground. The towers are still here. This is Mono Lake. Mono Lake sits in a closed basin on the east side of the Sierra Nevada in Mono County. No river carries its water to the sea. What falls here stays until it evaporates. The lake is at least 760,000 years old. Some say older. Coyote has always moved along its edge. The water is 2 to 3 times as salty as the ocean and far more alkaline. Fish cannot survive in it. Brine shrimp and alkali flies can. Those small lives feed the birds that still come by the millions. The Kutzadika'a, the Mono Lake Paiute, lived by this water for generations. Their name is tied to the alkali fly pupae they gathered from the lake. The food was real. The lake was not empty. Coyote was never far from either. The towers are not carved. They grow. Beneath the lake, freshwater springs rich in calcium rise through the lake bed. When that fresh water meets the carbonate-heavy lake water, calcium carbonate precipitates out of solution. It settles around the spring. Year after year, the stone builds upward while still underwater. A tower can rise more than 30 feet before the surface ever sees it. The towers we walk among today grew in deeper water. When the lake level fell, first by natural change, later by diversion, the stone was left standing in the air. What had been hidden became the most visible thing about the place. In the stories told across the northern Paiute and Mono country, Coyote is never far from water or from trouble. He is restless. He is hungry. He makes and unmakes. He walks the edges of lakes and causes things to change simply by being there. The old stories do not say Coyote built the towers with his hands. They say the basin has always been a place where power moves. Spirits rise with the vapor from the hot springs on the islands. The water itself is alive with more than shrimp and flies. Coyote belongs to that kind of ground. For most of their lives, the towers stood underwater. Only when the lake dropped did they become monuments. The drop that revealed the largest towers came in the 20th century, when water was taken from the streams that fed the lake. The surface fell. The chemistry intensified. The towers that had grown in secret became the face of Mono Lake to the outside world. The Kutzadika'a had known the lake when the water stood higher. The towers were still there, only hidden. The stories were already old. Coyote was already walking the edge. The lake is still here. The towers are still growing where the springs still rise. Coyote still moves through the stories of this country. The water is still too alkaline for fish and still rich enough for the birds that cross continents to reach it. Coyote walked the edge of this lake. The towers keep the memory of deeper water. The lake keeps the older names. Coyote keeps walking.
This has been the Digital Madman. If you enjoyed this, please share it, subscribe, and smash the like button so we can get the algorithm to pick it up. Thank you, and I will speak with you next time.